I have a question.
Yes.
What is that hat about?
Everybody asks that. We know the owners. David introduced me to the owners of this place. And he gives us free hats, and they're super comfortable. That's really it.
What's the place?
Joe Peeps, New York Pizza. Go check them out. It's pretty good, actually.
Really?
Hashtag ad.
Oh, okay. Do you...
I used that joke once before already.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I can't use that now. You can't reuse bits.
You can reuse it as long as you say that you used it before.
Who used it?
Joe.
And Todd. And Jay. And Jason. And everybody. I mean, I've seen you and Dave both wearing that, and I'm like, I can't tell if you really dig their pizza or if you just like the way that it feels.
No, it's both.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit of both.
Oh, okay. Since 1981. Good year.
Mm-hmm. Did you go to college?
No.
Really?
No. I went from high school straight to Subway. That was my life.
Like living in the subway?
Yes. Living in the tunnels. Yeah, with the rats. Yeah.
Man, that must have been hard.
With the king rat. I was considered the king rat. What about you? Did you go to college?
I went to college for a semester.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you
Drop
stop?
out?
Yeah.
Well, I went to community college, and community college is obviously a little different than like a university. And I went there with Dave, and Dave and I like looked at each other, and we were like, okay, this is not our place to be, because everyone that's here has fucking no idea what they're doing, right? And that's fine, because we didn't know either. But what we did know is that we didn't want to be amongst that like group of people. Not saying that they were bad or anything like that.
Sure.
It's just like it's not our group of people to be around, and obviously we couldn't get into university because our grades were low, and this was like the first semester. So instead of continuing college, we decided to go our own routes. Me obviously being a business, and him doing social media.
Okay. So when you guys, so I kind of want to dial it back. You guys, how long have you guys known each other?
Let me see. Ever since 8th grade.
8th grade.
Yeah,
okay.
So
how did you meet?
So I was actually friends with his friend John.
Okay.
Who was my friend like 8 years before that. And so my friend and his friend introduced us, and he would always say like, oh yeah, John would talk about you all the time. But like it was weird because we both knew John, but we didn't know each other until 8th grade.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So
you met 8th grade through John.
Right.
And what like was like the thing? I mean, I guess when you're in 8th grade, it's just like any other boy that's like, hey man, you like video games? Yeah. Cool, we're gonna be my best friend. Or was it deeper than that? I don't know.
No, I mean, we weren't that close like initially.
Yeah.
When we met each other, but I don't know. I guess it was I was the new kid in 8th grade because I moved from another town, and that group was like the first group of friends that I interacted with, and that's what like started things. Hey. I just got fuck you!
Take off the hat, just beat the shit. You can see it in the background. Fuck you. And then you just get back where you come. So in 8th grade, me and Dave were just hanging out. So you and Dave, you were part of a new friend group. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was the new kid in town, and I joined their friend group, and that's kind of how like we became friends. And then in high school, we were close freshman year, and then sophomore year I went to another high school, and then I came back to the same high school. It's a really fucked up story. My junior year, and that's when we kind of like separated a little bit, but then got back together. It sounds like we're fucking dating.
Long history.
We like became further apart, and then we came closer together like mid junior year, and then senior year, and then obviously onward we were close again.
But okay, so you're like you and him are friends for the majority of high school,
right?
And then after high school, did he always want to do the social media? Because I would imagine him in high school, he was like he wanted to do that.
So the full story of what happened is we were originally supposed to go to Illinois State, which is a university, right? We both got in. We like had everything planned out, and I kid you not, 2 weeks before we were supposed to go to Illinois State and like move into our dorms and everything, we both sat down and were like, fuck that, let's just go to a community college and like figure out what we want to do.
Sure.
You know? Yeah. And so we both dropped out, and then we got a tour of this community college. And after we got a tour of the community college, we're like, okay, what the fuck did we just do? Like, we fucked ourselves, because it was like high school all over again.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
College is supposed to be this like fucking huge thing, but like
Yeah.
community college is like high school, but a little bigger. So then we tried to get back into Illinois State by driving there and like talking to the dean.
Yeah.
Like at that point.
That sounds like a fucking movie.
Yeah.
That sounds like Orange County. You ever see the movie Orange County?
No.
It's like two guys that can't get into, this guy doesn't get into college, and so they like go to Stanford to try and talk to the dean, to try and get him back in, and they accidentally give the dean like mushrooms.
So yeah, we tried to get back into Illinois State. At that point, it was too late, so we're like, oh fuck, now we gotta go to community college. And at that point, like I said earlier, we were like, okay, community college is not for us.
Sure.
Let's just drop out and figure out what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the original question.
Well, I mean, like if.
Oh,
You
what
didn't.
happened?
Yeah, you said that you didn't really know what you wanted to do.
Right. So, he obviously was bigger on Vine at the time.
Yeah.
And he made a decision to just move out to Los Angeles to pursue whatever he wanted to pursue with social media. And he did Vine for a little bit, then he started YouTube, and that's how we got big on YouTube. But me, I started a plumbing company with my dad. It worked out weird. He had his own, he focused on construction, and then we started doing service, plumbing versus construction, which is two separate things. And then that's what I did for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And then during those like 5 years, I'd always come visit here, and I would be like, fuck, I really like want to move out here, but I can't because I have responsibility back home.
Sure.
But I finally did. Like 3 months ago, I moved out here for a new business that Dave and I want to start.
Oh.
I can't like.
No, I mean.
I can't talk about. It's not that I can't talk about. It's like secretive. It just hasn't happened yet. So it's like.
Sure. Okay.
It's like bad juju.
I was curious to like what did you, so when he was doing the Vine thing and the social media thing, like what did you think about all that?
Well, the thing is, like, whenever I'm trying to like put this in the correct format.
Sure.
It was cool, but what was cooler was that he was making money off of it. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
To me, that was like the most important part. It's like if you're having fun and you're making money, then what else do you need?
Yeah, you guys seem very like you guys seem like you would talk about money a lot.
Right.
Like,
oh
but
God.
like in a like a friendly way.
Oh my God, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. We fucking every time we go to a party in high school or like right after high school and college, we go to parties and like always talk about how we wanted like big houses and like Lamborghinis, but like not in like a materialistic way, and like not in a douchey way, but in like a let's do something big way.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And he did it, obviously. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's all I can say, really.
So yeah, it just took off from there, and you were doing your plumbing company. So did you like, you saw like his I mean, he kind of like got much bigger, and then so you saw that every time he would come to Chicago, I'd imagine, right? Is that a weird thing to see?
Yeah, well, so even on Vine, like, people would always recognize him.
Yeah.
And he may, like, disagree with that, but I totally remember, like, wherever we would go, he'd get recognized at least one time.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, as he grew, I remember one time, we visited, and this was, like, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, imagine now versus, like, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We went to a high school football game where we went with our high school, and I remember just like all of like the student section, like fucking like just, oh my, it was insane. It was madness. Like everybody crowded around him, and like security had to get involved, and like the police had to get involved.
Oh.
And this was 3 years ago. Keep in mind, you know what I mean? So like, there's definitely been like insane growth. Like to me, it's like it's fucking it. Don't get me wrong, it's insane, but it's just like something that like. I feel like it's weird to say, but it's like something for him that like has to happen. You know what I mean? It's like it's not weird to me. It's insane, but it's not weird to me that it happens.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Were you expecting it to all happen? Or it's something in that capacity?
Right. Something in that capacity. Right. I wasn't
Sure.
expecting exactly that, but definitely something that in that capacity.
Yeah.
So it didn't come to me as like, whoa, what the fuck's happening? It's like, whoa, this is happening. This is really cool.
Also, when did you meet Natalie?
I think also 8th grade.
8th.
What's weird is that, like, I don't know if I actually know David, because David and I went to the same elementary school together. So, like, 1st through 3rd grade, we were in the same school. So, technically, I possibly know David from 1st grade.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, but you didn't know him.
But I did, right. I don't remember if I actually fucking knew him. But what happened was, after 3rd grade, 4th and 5th grade, they made it was really weird, a brand new elementary school that's like 3 times the size, right, like literally, no joke, right next to the one that we went to. And you could have opted out to go to the new one, but he chose to stay at the old one, and I chose to go to the new one.
Okay.
So 4th, 5th grade, we had no contact at all.
Yeah.
Right? And then after 5th grade, I moved out, and then I went back, like, again, the home moving thing. So yeah, that's why I say, like, I actually don't fucking know when I know David from. Like, in 1st grade.
I mean, you might have had, like, interactions with him in 1st grade.
Right.
That were just, you know, like, you're all throwing rocks at each other. And, like, just, I don't know, because kids just beat the shit out of each other.
I happen to be the one that fucking broke his nose in 1st grade. No one remembers that?
Yeah. You were all just, you were playing, what was that game called? Where you'd all just beat the shit out of each other? There was a game where that's the guy, beat the shit out of him, and then you'd all try to beat the shit out of the kid, and then the kid, when he was just done having the shit beat out of him, he was like, no, that's the guy, beat the shit out of him. It was called something.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
Am I the only person that played this game?
Am I the only one that got the shit beat out of him?
The thing is,
no, that's called bullying, Brennan.
But so with Natalie, so you met her in high school then?
Right.
Okay.
No, well, 8th grade again.
8th grade. Sorry.
But then again, like, same thing. She went to the same elementary school as me, so it could have been fucking earlier than that.
Yeah. I mean, when when you're in a school with, like, in this small town, you know every kid at that. Technically, you know them because you see them every day, all day.
She always says that she remembers me from, like, fucking 4th or 5th grade, but I don't remember her.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So, like, she has memories of me that I don't have of her. Which is really weird, but yeah.
Yeah. What were the memories? Did she ever tell you? Or just like, I remember?
No, she just says she remembers me, and I was like, I don't fucking know.
I hope in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I throw rocks at you? Like,
yeah. I mean, but yeah, when you're in those school, like, I knew everybody from 1st grade to graduating high school. It's just, I sometimes I didn't know their names, but I knew their faces. Right. Because you just see them every day, and it's kind of weird because that's the only time you're really going to see a mass group of people just grow up in front of your eyes. Right. And, but that's funny because I don't talk to any of them. Well, like, I talk to my friends, obviously. Right, of course. But, like, those kids that I knew, like the nameless kid that, I don't know, would masturbate in the locker room, like, I don't know him anymore. That always did that, or like the kid that would graffiti on the wall saying, like, you know, the end is near or whatever. I had a weird high school. I don't know.
Have you had your what the fuck is it called? Reunion?
I didn't go to that.
Really?
Well, no. I mean, wait. When do they have reunions?
10 years.
It hasn't been 10 years yet.
10 years from your graduation date.
So in 2022, in 2 years, I'm gonna go to my reunion.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy. I feel like they're cool. Like, high school reunions are cool for seeing the people that, like, did something with themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Because but then everyone's, like, jealous. Like, everyone's like, oh, fuck. And it's the people you don't expect. It's like,
exactly. It's the people that you don't expect, and it's fucking insane because you have that memory of that person in your mind still as, like, there's no way this kid would have made it, but he did make it. Yeah, like, that's crazy.
He made it like 30 times over, like, more than you did.
Right.
And it's just like, I just remember when he was fucking eating food out of the trash can for lunch, and now he's fucking Elon Musk. So you, Natalie, and Dave were all part of the same friend group in high school.
Relatively the same friend group. Yeah.
Okay.
Natalie was neighbors with Dave, so, like, they were always intertwined in some sort of way. Natalie and I were just kind of like mutual friends through David.
Sure. Okay. Did you guys ever like you guys didn't, like, get close over, like, the span of? Because it seems like you guys are pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty close now, but I feel like
that came with, like, adult life, not with
not with high school. Yeah.
Got it. Huh. And because I know that you kind of have, like, a crush on, or did have a crush on Natalie. When did that happen?
In high school.
In high school. Okay.
Yeah, I had a crush on her.
Yeah. Did you ever ask her to dance or anything?
No. I don't know why. Oh. I had a girlfriend for 4 years.
I don't know why I never made a move on her. Because it would have been cheating. Because I had a girlfriend.
I told yeah.
Okay.
That's weird. Yeah, I just yeah. I mean, like, you in high school when you have a girlfriend, it's not like an actual serious fucking thing. So, like,
sure. I mean, yeah.
Obviously, if you're liking another girl, it's normal. Like, you don't actually know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean? It's crazy when high school sweethearts get married, because like in high school I'd be like, yeah, what do you mean? That's awesome. But now I'm like, how the fuck do you last? Like, that's insane.
Yeah, I honestly, I think it has to just be convenience, safety. I don't know, or religion. It could be religion too.
It could be religion, but I feel like convenience is like a huge thing. Where it's like we've been together so long, we know each other so well. Let's just fucking get married.
So yeah, you and Natalie got closer when you came out here, basically.
Right.
Okay.
No, not when I came out here. I mean.
Oh yeah, you've only been here for like 4 months, right?
3 months. Yeah.
3 months. Yeah.
No, yeah. Throughout, we were close in high school, but then after high school, obviously closer. But
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I ask, what did you like about her? Like in that way?
I don't know how the fuck to explain it, but like, she watches all these videos. Right? Every video that I'm on, there's always a Natalie question.
I'm sorry. It's interesting to me, just good. Because it's like,
it is an interesting topic.
Because you're hometown friends,
right?
And you don't really see that.
I think it's just like I get along with her like really fucking well, and I don't know how to like. That's really it. I just get along with her really well.
Okay.
Like we connect really well.
Sure. And that makes a great friendship.
Right.
Nothing more.
Yeah. No, she's also like really cool. She's really funny.
Yeah.
I go on and on about her.
Oh, you go on and on. She's beautiful. She's funny. She's talented. She's assertive. She's got those beautiful eyes. You gaze into them, you can see the whole universe inside them.
I pull out a poem.
You pull out a book of poems that you've written. So now that you're like here in LA, how do you like the vibe of it? Like especially considering, because you're in a very interesting position.
I think that like anywhere you go, it's the time that you have is what you make of it. You know what I mean? So, and I learned that the hard way, because when I transitioned high schools from my freshman to sophomore year, I had this like really fucking negative attitude going in, and it was really hard. It was harder for me to make friends because I had that negative attitude. But when I eased up a bit and I was like more positive about it, it was a lot easier.
Yeah.
So why I say that is because, yes, LA is different, but like you just have to embrace, like, I guess, the position that you're in, and most of the time you will come out in a good way,
unscathed. Yeah. I'm liking seeing you in videos and shit. It feels organic. It always feels organic, but it feels especially organic.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, David and I have cool chemistry.
Yeah. I mean, hometown friends. I think that's what I just find so interesting about the whole thing, is that like you started your own business with your dad.
Yep.
And then you did, and also that was a successful business too. I just think it's interesting because you and Dave had similar mindsets, where like with what you wanted in your future, it's just that you both pursued it in different ways.
Right.
You pursued it in more of a traditional way, like a plumbing company, this, that, and the other, and then it did work out.
Right.
And then Dave pursued something very odd to the normal person.
Right.
Like to most people, it's an odd career path, but it paid off. And now you're both like, you're merging those two things. It's using your business side of your brain to like help with this. I mean, he's also got a business side of his brain, but it's like now you're both like coming together to start your own thing.
Right, 100%.
Merging those two things that you guys had before.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to
Yeah.
see how it pans out, obviously, because we want it to work, but is it going to be big? Is it going to be small? We don't know, but obviously the goal is to make something big. What have you been up to?
Just,
How's the life going?
The life is, it's good. I'm at a good, comfortable place right now, which is nice. Like, in my life.
Right.
I'm 20. How old are you?
24.
24. I'm 26. So it's like, I'm closer to 30 than I was to 20. And
Right.
it's like, okay, this is what that feels like now. Things just hurt now for no reason. Like, they're already starting to hurt. Like,
Yeah,
my wrists just hurt randomly. If I'm like picking up something, it just hurts. And like, I get winded. I'm only 26, but these things start to, but they're small, but I know
Right.
that as I get older, that's gonna like inflate these problems.
You know what you'd be really good at? You'd be really good at stand-up comedy.
Okay.
I'm being serious.
Okay. Well,
Like, you have that, like, I don't know what the fuck it's called, but you just have it.
you have that need for validation that other comics.
No,
I know,
like
I know.
if I saw you on like a stand-up show, I'd be like, oh, I'm definitely gonna watch this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're just really funny and smart and cute. I think we should get together sometime.
Sometime. You mean right now?
Oh God.
Oh, damn it. That's the thumbnail, by the way. Where are you going? Can I ask one last question?
Yes.
I know everyone's asked you this.
Oh God.
How do you know what it is?
I don't know what it is.
Did you really not know what it is? Oh, okay. How do you feel about the whole thing? The whole Todd and Natalie thing? Do you care?
Oh my God.
I know everyone's asked you this question.
Everyone's.
I'm just curious.
I'm happy. I mean, if they're fucking happy, man, I'm totally happy for them. Like,
Okay.
completely, like, you know, like when people say that, but like deep down, they're like actually not happy for them. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah.
It's not
you
like-
can sense the resentment
Right.
too.
It's not that type of situation. Like, I'm genuinely happy for them. Like, if they can make it work, great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can you act a little bit more like upset? Just for me.
Yeah.
Just so I'm gonna ask you again. Like when I ask, because if you're just calm about it and you're very mature, like you just were, and say like, yeah, I'm just happy.
Yeah.
No one's gonna care. They'll be like, that's boring. So I need you to be, just up it up. Okay, just up it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're gonna do this again. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2. How do you feel about Todd and Natalie?
I'm happy for them.
Get the fuck out of my car, dude.
What do you want me to fight? You want me to start fucking crying?
Start crying, and I want you to start crying, and I want you to get really angry. and I
Okay,
want you
okay,
to-
go.
Okay, here we go. How do you feel about the whole Todd and Natalie thing?
I mean, I don't really care. It's like not something I like pay attention to really. Like whatever.
All right, you ready to go?
Yeah.
No, don't take my car.